What's up with the day drinkers?
You are listening to the Day Drinkers Society podcast.
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Oh yeah! Drinking beer with the sun on my shades, all my friends are here with me. Come along and hear us talk and laugh a lot. It's the Day Drinkers Society.
Day Drinkers.
Fucking Caleb Summers, dude. Hell yeah. The singer, frontman of Faded Night. What other bands were you in?
I was in 4 Seconds Later in high school. That was like kind of like a Blink 182 meets Taking Back Sunday style band.
Okay. Yeah, that was that
And then
era.
I was in a bunch of deathcore bands that you couldn't read the name of, you know.
Nice.
Literally like written in wicker. So
Nice. So what we're going to do, we're going to drink 6 random beers. You don't know what's in there, so I'm going to let you pick.
So it's like hot ones, but with beer.
Well, with beer, yeah. we had the idea to do it, call it shotguns, and we just shotgun 6 beers, but
Yeah, that would be we'd be slurring by the end of this.
that was going to be too rough.
Rico Tapache. Hope I'm saying that right.
So that might be the weirdest one that I picked out.
Of course, because
it's a cider.
it's not like you got me some weird peanut butter ale.
I went to the Kroger, the cheese Kroger. You know,
You call it the cheese. Is it the special Kroger that has all the
they
cheeses?
have like the big cheese section. No, Denton has 3 Krogers. They have the cheese Kroger, the murder Kroger,
why
which is the
is it called Murder Kroger?
Because people died in that parking lot for one, but they had a bunch of rats, so it's also Rat Kroger, and they fucking shut it down and killed them all. Is what I believe the story was. And then we have MILF Kroger, which is in like the
Oh, there's always Hot Girl Kroger. You gotta have Hot Girl Kroger.
Yoga Pants City. You know what I mean? What do we get here? Okay, so yeah, we'll just go ahead.
Let's see what this is about. I'm not much of a cider guy, but
Yeah, this is the weirdest one in there, I believe. From Austin Eastsiders, Rico Tapache.
it's sweet. It's not bad.
Yeah,
It's definitely like a boat beer, summertime by the pool.
it's almost got like a sour to it.
No, not to me, but you
No?
know how I am about sours. I'm always
yeah.
like, who drank it first and spit it back into my cup?
Fermented pineapple.
I can taste the pineapple.
A hell of a lot of pineapple in it. All right. Oh, it's fermented pineapple wine with pineapple juice, spices, and natural flavor. 6.8%. Not bad. Not
I know
bad.
you could make pineapple wine. I thought it required grapes.
No, you can make wine out of anything, dude.
I guess so. I guess that makes sense. I mean, Jesus, you think about my uncle used to do moonshine back in the day and the
Yeah.
stuff that they did. I mean, they'd always get in trouble because they'd go to the feed store and buy like pounds of deer feed, a bunch of corn. They're like, "What are you doing with that?" "Oh, just loading their deer feeder." No, you're not.
I watched the dude make wine out of Mountain Dew. He just like takes Mountain Dew and then throws some yeast in it.
Oh,
lets
dear
it ferment.
Lord.
He's like, it's not great, but it's
Was he
drinkable.
born with a mullet?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what he looked like.
Oh my Christ.
Fucking crazy shit. So tell me, the first time you ever got drunk, what happened?
Let me think, man.
That was a while ago.
It was a long time ago. I think I was probably about 15, and we were drinking McCormick vodka.
Yeah.
Oh, window cleaner.
yeah.
I can't even smell that stuff nowadays. And
Yeah, I'm glad
make
those
it.
days are long gone.
No, but I mean, it was like, hey, $8 a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you'd find one of the random cool parents.
Yeah.
I won't name any
Yeah.
names.
Oh, yeah.
But
There's always one.
there was always the one you could go give, you know, $10 and they'd go buy you a handle of some terrible liquor.
Yeah.
I think they found it funnier to watch you the next day and see how you reacted because, I mean, I think that, to be honest, I don't get hung over very often, but the worst I've ever been hung over is off of anything out of a plastic bottle.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we graduated plastic bottles years ago.
Oh, like MD 2020s, seeing vapor trails.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, God.
No, my aunt would be the person to do that. She'd go get us Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill.
What was it? What was the Boone's Farm? Was Bahama? Was it Bahama Mama?
Maybe.
There was the other one that was a strawberry.
Strawberry Hill was our go-to.
Funny Strawberry Hill. Funny story about that. I had a buddy that he Let's just say he had a girl.
Yeah.
They were drinking Boone's Farm, and it was like his first time to have any like a sexual experience or anything. So she went, down on him,
Oh shit.
and he ended up getting a UTI infection. Thought he had an STD because he wasn't.
Oh man. What
And
the
then
hell?
he goes to the doctor and like, yeah, you have an oversized urethra. And he goes, and he goes, no, that doesn't mean it's big. It doesn't mean it's big. He goes, damn it. Like,
No, dude. That's not good.
no, it's straight up. I can't imagine that for your first time. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
oh God, first time. I didn't even do it and I got an STD. Christ.
Yeah, that fucking sucks, bro. What the hell?
Well, this actually isn't bad. I'm not a cider guy, but I could see drinking this definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely a poolside.
Definitely in the sun. I used to drink those session all day IPAs.
Oh yeah, all day.
And those things were great, but the problem is once you switched,
Oh yeah.
the next beer you went to for some reason would put you under the table.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'll if it's summertime and we're drinking all day, I'm quick to grab Natty, Bush.
Well, you know me, I'm
Something like
always
that.
I'm always
Sturdy
sipping
30.
Modelo.
Yeah.
That's my go-to. I always call it the Mexican Miller Lite. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
It pretty much
really
is,
I mean,
Pretty much is.
but it's just I remember the first time whenever what was it? It wasn't Truly's. It was White Claws came out. Yeah, and me and my brother-in-law were drinking. We drank like probably a 24 pack by the pool, and we were like, "These are great. It feels awesome."
Yeah.
And we ran out of those, and the next thing we had was Blood and Honey. We took 2 sips of
Oh,
Blood
shit.
and Honey and felt like someone hit us in the face with a brick.
That will happen. That will happen.
My sister came home and goes, "What the fuck happened to y'all?" We don't know.
So
We
dehydrated.
were fine. We were fine 10 minutes ago.
That's what seltzers always sneak up on me.
It's like drinking like sake.
Yeah.
Sake's one of those ones. I don't know what it is about, especially if you drink it hot. You'll be fine, and then it's like an hour later, you're walking, and that shit hits you, and you just start leaning
dude.
back.
Yeah. I've only drank sake a couple times.
I mean, it's technically it's a rice wine, but it's just
Denton County Brewing has some because they don't have a liquor license.
oh yeah.
So they'll let you take shots of sake if you want that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we lined them up one time. It was like 15 of us.
Is that place right next to the Monk?
Yeah, right next door.
That's right. I should know that. I go in there all the freaking time.
Yeah, that's like our go-to spot.
Yeah, that's
Denton.
literally where we play the most. So,
Yep.
but we had to kind of convince him to build a stage out there and close off that parking lot.
Oh, they can't. The city won't let them probably.
Oh, I forget.
There's a parking lot back there.
It's crazy to me when I think about when I was in high school, all the venues that used to exist. I mean, even in Fort Worth.
Right.
I mean, we had the door number. That was the number one spot right next to the stockyards. But then for a while there, they opened up a place next to it. What was it called? Mavericks, I think. But I remember I saw bands like Murder Dolls there and stuff. Like
Yeah.
with Joey from Slipknot, and it was just small little 2-stage venue. But I mean, it was big enough that it drew a crowd. But now I only think the only music venue we really have out there, I mean, at the Stockyards, is just basically Billy Bob's.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think too, though. If you went 15 years ago, you would have never saw, bands. You would have never saw Jelly Roll there.
Right.
You would have never saw Paul Wall played there a couple months ago too. And I'm going, what's happening?
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
I'm like, this literally used to be a Toadies and country music place.
Right.
And now it's just it's I mean, it's all we have left. I mean, we've lost Lola's, we've lost the Cicadas still exist. But I mean, we've lost like the Thirsty Armadillo, places like that.
Is the Aardvark still there?
I think the Aardvark, I'd have to check. Because Aardvark's down next to TCU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play shows there.
Tomcats West is
Tomcats.
But the Rail's coming back.
The Rail's coming back, but the Rail's been up and down constantly.
Yeah, they're having problems.
But it seems like Haltom, though, they're such metal venues.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get anything else in there, and that's not. I don't have anything.
Haltom's off the beaten path.
No,
So
I don't, and that's
so-
the thing. I don't have anything against the metal venue and stuff like that. But I just wish they would open the stuff up to bigger genres and just
Yeah, do other things.
and too. Like you said, Haltom. That's all that's there. There's
There's nothing else
I mean,
out
like
there.
that time we played there, I was like, let's go all the way to Western Center and go to Dublin so we
Yeah.
can have some food and a drink.
Like my friends won't go out there because there's nothing else out there.
Yeah, I know they can't go grab
wanna-
a bite to eat.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice, and I mean, I hate to see it too gentrified, but it'd be really nice if someone would put some money into Haltom. And I know there's a campaign going for it now where they're trying to get the business
Yeah.
back there, but it's just hard because it's been
I kind of enjoyed how it was like beat up.
yeah,
and,
but
like,
it's been so neglected for so
Yeah.
long. But you got to think if you go out to like what is it, Fredericksburg?
yeah.
That's how that town is. It's old. And
Oh yeah.
it's not necessarily run down, but it's old, and a lot of people haven't been there. It's a bunch of old architecture,
Right.
And these people just come in and
Wine country. in
yeah, they
Texas.
just move in. That's what they do.
Let's get beer number 2 going.
See what we got again.
Oh,
This is
that's
interesting to
That's
me.
gonna be good. I saw the can. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
What's it say? Catalysm?
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm. That's a cataclysm. It's
Catastrophe. I don't know. It's
definitely an IPA.
from Martin House. Dude, we're going out to Martin House on Saturday.
Oh, that's right, for
Fucking
Creed Fest.
Fest. I got all my homies going. We're gonna get like a tent, not a tent, like a canopy, and lawn chairs, and we're gonna go post up by the river.
Oh, by the Trinity?
It's right fucking behind it.
Well, see, that's what's crazy. I'm interested to see how So What goes out there.
Where's that at?
That's right there at Panther Island.
Oh, they moved it. Fuck.
Well, because last year it was at
Gotta drink a little bit more of that.
the Dallas Fairgrounds.
Was it Fair Park?
Fair Park.
Shit.
Here's the thing about Fair Park. Cool location, right? But ever since EDC back in like 2011, because they had a bunch of kids, well, because it's a rave, a bunch of kids took too much stuff and ended up, they had like 2 kids die.
Yeah.
They didn't handle it right. Ever since then, that venue has never been the same. The fire marshal is so on them about keeping that place regulated. When we went last time, I mean, we were literally like trying to get back inside because we had to pee. There's nowhere to go. We were outside.
Yeah.
And they're like, can't come in. We're at capacity. So I look and I'm like, there are 2 security guards and thousands of us. I said, push the door open. We're going
Right, we're
inside.
going.
And we did, but it's just they have it so regulated to a point that it's just
It wouldn't even be fun.
no, it's not. You get stuck out there in that heat, and I mean, but that's what's interesting. What would be really nice is if they would find a way for Panther Island to also go back over to the stage where the Trinity little float area is.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a
I
cool.
thought they used to do that.
They
though.
still do. They
With
still
the
do,
country
but that's
bands and
not
stuff?
part of Panther Island.
Oh, okay. It's a different
So
place.
it'd be kind of a walk. That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
Yeah, you
but
don't want to really float around where Panther Island actually is. It's pretty dirty over there.
No, I mean they don't. I mean the whole Trinity's been dredged, but too, it's also you got to think we're a man-made lake state. Most of our lakes are
Yeah.
basically water treatment.
Right.
It's you can't help it. But the main thing about that is I went and saw Shaq DJ there, which was just I basically
DJ
just
Diesel?
went. Yeah, I went to go see Shaq. I was like, let's see what this guy's, what he's actually doing, which was a blast. But people complained about the bass because it's like, but they shut it off at 11. That's the noise ordinance for the city.
Yeah.
But they built the problem is they built those condos that are facing the river and stuff,
Right.
And those people could hear it. The crazy thing was you'd see a group of people that are up on their balcony having a party, listening to music for free,
Yeah.
and then you have the other people that are like, "This is bullshit.
this. I can't believe we live
I
here."
can't believe we're dealing with this."
Oh yeah, that's bullshit. There's always people like that, man. It sucks. I worked out there when they did Untapped Festival. Like I think it was the last time. They haven't done it in a long time. I haven't seen it.
I remember Untapped. I just never
Untapped
went.
is like it's pretty cool. Like they had 2 stages on each side, and then for like $30 or whatever, you
Yeah.
get 6 samples of beers from different breweries. It was cool as fuck. I got to meet the Sword and help them unload. Those dudes are cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Big Data was headlining. I don't know if you remember them.
man.
They had like one or 2 songs.
Because what year was that? That was 2014.
14, 15.
Yeah,
Something
okay,
like that.
yeah. This is
It was crazy. Like they missed their first flight, and I'm in charge of all their backline gear. And I'm like, fuck, they're here, like right before they're about to go on, and I'm setting up the whole band shit. Like, I have 15 people asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Hold on a second. Like, let me figure this out. It's like the only thing I had to do all day. I sat there all day waiting for them because I worked for them that day.
Yeah.
It was fucking bullshit. Then they play 3 songs, and here comes this fucking massive storm. They shut the whole thing down. Like, it was crazy, like electrical tornado warnings and shit. So they jumped off the stage, got back in their van, and fucking went back to the hotel or whatever. And I'm like unloading all this gear by myself in the rain. I'm like, fuck, this is stupid.
But did they have the permanent stage built out there yet?
No, those were the Eagle Entertainment brought their stages out.
Well, because the crazy thing is that's where the old Trinity line used to run, that you could go to the Tandy Center.
Oh, wow.
So all that stuff that's out there, I mean, it's basically massive empty parking lots.
It was, yeah.
It's what it is. But now, in between the river and all that, they've built a permanent stage.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's a permanent stage.
Shit.
I mean, it's a massive stage too.
I mean, yeah, that was 10 years ago. 20 years.
I mean,
well,
that place is big enough. You could have Knotfest there. I mean, it's big enough for that.
yeah, I wish they would throw more big ass festivals there, but
But too, you got to think the main problem with it is because it's smack dab, like right in the middle of Fort Worth.
yeah,
So they have to shut off at a certain time, things of that nature.
right.
But that's crazy to me because Fair Park, 11 o'clock hits, and they don't care if you're mid song. They
Nope.
pull the plug on you,
Nope.
and they tell you to get out. It's just I mean, that's just how it is. And they don't even have near the amount of residents around Fair
No.
Park as they do, Panther Island.
Yeah, that's like in the middle of downtown,
Oh yeah, it's
pretty much.
but too. I mean, it's just that whole area is just not. I mean, it's not what it used to be. I mean, I know the Bass Bros came in and they totally cleaned up Fort Worth. Like they
Yeah.
changed it when they came in. But now the problem is some of those places are so expensive to rent. A lot of the businesses just kind of left. They just
Yeah,
they're not gonna do it.
They're shutting it down, and then COVID didn't help at all.
That didn't help anything.
Like,
No.
and fakeflation.
Oh Jesus! Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, dude, shit's stupid.
I mean, well, I could tell you because in my business, they say it's supply chain. I literally sit there. It's not like it was when it first was going on. I had to wait six weeks plus to
Yeah.
get stuff in. Everything's available.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the same as though it's like if you can charge $5 for gas, why would you ever knock it back down to $1.25?
yeah.
It's wild.
I just love the term fakeflation.
No, it's
Like, well, I saw one, like a picture the other day. It was like a normal 12-ounce soda can used to be like $1.09 or whatever at a gas station, and now they changed them to the slim cans, and they charge like $3.50.
Yeah.
but it's actually like 8 ounces or something.
it's less. It's like you
What the fuck?
You went from 16 to 8, cut it in half.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's it's
but still going to like a concert like Dos Equis or something. Beers are like $12,
Oh.
$13. That's not terrible. It could be worse. Like,
it depends on what concert you go to.
yeah, for sure.
There's been times I bought a Dos Equis. They're like, that's $25. I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's why I always try the pregame.
They don't want those fans getting drunk.
But you know what the funny thing is though is they don't even check. That's a crazy thing to me anymore. I'm like walking into some of those venues. I'm like, you don't have metal detectors?
Well,
Some of them do, but
some do, some don't.
But I went to Toyota one time and watched a dude walk in with a Hydra Pack on full of vodka. And I'm like, they didn't check that? He goes, no. I go, oh, fuck.
Nice. I love the dudes that go to like what's that big one in California? Coachella.
Yeah.
They'll go to the park like a week before.
Berry stuff.
Bury some shit in there. And yeah, that's the way to do it, man.
That is the way to do it. Hey, just...
Got a whole bottle of vodka. You're like, yeah, I'm good.
We used to go to there's really cool in Arkansas. It was on Mulberry Mountain. It was called Wakarusa.
Never even heard of that.
Oh, dude, it was great. It was 5 days of just awesome. I mean, you could glamp and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's where I first saw one of my favorite artists, and he's not well known over here, but his name's John Butler.
John Butler Trio.
Yeah, John Butler Trio, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
He's straight Australian, one of the greatest guitarist I've ever heard.
Amazing hair.
Dude, after he undreaded it, it became these great curly locks. I was like,
Yeah.
how did that happen?
What?
I'm like, I wonder if I cut my hair, because I always had straight hair. I wonder if I cut it, if it would be like super curly. But no, I saw him there for the first time, and that was when he was first coming up. And I mean, that was my first like real festival experience.
The real festival.
I mean,
not like
we were,
a day thing.
Oh no, we were
radio
camping,
show.
and by day 5, so miserable.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I'm just talking.
Shit gets old after.
I
a
mean,
minute.
we had showers and stuff, but it didn't matter.
No.
You were just out there in the dirt. Plus, not to mention, we were taking everything under the sun.
Oh yeah,
There'd be
living it up, man.
There'd be nights where you'd have to control somebody. like,
Right.
hey, you took too much, you
shit.
know. But
Babysitting.
no, that's literally what it amounted to, was babysitting someone.
Yeah, I feel like I'm too old to do that kind of shit now. Like, I want to go to these giant festivals, like Rockville or something. But I'm like, do I really want to go?
No, because that's
Like, I've been spoiled now. I'm like, if I don't have like VIP,
or a
if
or
I
a
can't stand
hotel
on the
room.
side of the stage, like,
I
do
know.
I even
That's
care?
what happened to me. I think about when I was in high school. My first car was a 1968 El Camino with no AC, and I drove that bitch everywhere.
Everywhere.
If I didn't have AC in out of there, I'd be complaining. I'd be so fucking pissed off.
Dude, yeah. I bought my new truck and I'm bitching about that now.
No, it's
'Cause I'm
like,
hey, it doesn't have the fucking when I grab the door handle, it doesn't unlock.
Where's my touchscreen?
I'm like, what the fuck is this? No, I got touchscreen.
No, I got
But but my 300 had that. Like, I never had to touch my key ever. And now I have to pull it out of my pocket and unlock it. I'm like back to the Stone Age.
That's
I'm like,
that's that
this is
convenience
some
factor,
fucking
man.
bullshit.
I mean,
Like,
I
wish
have,
I'd never had that before.
You've seen that old shit I drive, that old beater, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I still have old school click button keys.
I didn't have it for 3 years, and now I'm fucking changed. I'm like,
It's
this
yeah,
is
it's
bullshit.
what you get used to, you know.
So yeah, I was bitching at them. I was like, hey, what the fuck? It's supposed to have this. It doesn't have it. They're like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
No,
I'm like,
it's,
fuck you guys.
that's why. Like I said, if I'm looking at new trucks.
Make sure you look.
No,
when you
if I
buy
get
one.
something, I'm going to get a base model and put whatever I want into it.
That's what I'm doing with this one, pretty much.
I don't
It's
I honestly, I don't.
start
I'm
from
not.
scratch.
I'm not a big fan of the fob life. I'm not.
Really? Yeah, you like original keys?
I like a physical key.
Turn that shit on.
I don't
You
know
have to push
why.
start.
I like being able to put a key in and turn the ignition on. That's it. Plus, two, I can change that ignition switch. I don't know how to change a fob switch. I can't.
It's a whole little box thing, and there's like a
You know,
bunch of
and plus,
wires
not
and
to
shit.
mention, it's probably like 20 hours worth of labor because you got to take off like 30
Fucking yeah, you gotta
different
break into the
bolts to
whole
get to one
dash.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get the remote start installed on this one, but I'm waiting on the guy to tell me how much the labor's gonna be.
I mean, it should be too much.
No, I've seen all the forums. Everybody's like getting it for like under $500.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
But no, okay. So I went to the dealership today. They were gonna trade me for something that had the features I wanted. They're like, well, we got this one. It's the same exact truck I have, but it has a remote start. They're like, but if you get this one, your monthly payment's going to go up like $100 a month. I was like, for the life of the turn, like the whole thing.
No,
What the fuck are you talking about? I can get that installed for $400.
no, that's crazy.
That's not even anything that I wanted. Like, you assholes. So yeah, I'm done with them. Like,
No, because I bought that truck from an old farmer for like $11,500.
yeah,
I just paid him cash. I was like, done.
fuck yeah.
No payments. like,
Yeah, I hate payments, but I had to get out of that. I was fucked with my my other finance company. Kept telling me I was late, like up to like it got to like $1,100. I was like, how is that possible when I pay you like double what I fucking my monthly note's supposed to be?
dog, it's like the same. It's like if you get a credit card and you max it out and you make minimum payments, you'll pay that bitch off for 20 fucking years.
Forever, dude.
And you'll make the bank probably
Forever.
a $5,000 fucking credit card bill that you're paying off.
Yeah.
Minimum payments. The bank probably makes an extra fucking 20K off of that. It's outrageous.
It's silly. I'm almost out of my credit card hole, and then I'm never going back. I'm done with them.
Well, it's like I never understood my dad, and of course, it's a different time. But my dad didn't have a credit card till he was like 60 plus years old. He just never had one.
Old school.
But two, back then it's like you also didn't need one.
Oh, what beer is this? Hold
Mango
on.
Cart.
Golden Road Brewing Mango Cart.
It's a wheat ale, right?
Mango wheat ale. How much is the percentage? 4%? That's not bad.
That's probably a day drinker for sure.
Yeah, this is like, where were we at? We were at some concert.
It looks like a Heffen.
Or where the fuck were we at? I can't remember.
No, if you look at the color of that, that's the same way Heffenweisens look. But technically, aren't Heffen...
Applebee's. We were at Applebee's. This is the only craft beer they have there is mango.
Oh, it's Applebee's. You can't...
I was like, are they $1 too? No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Those are like $5.75. I was like, oh, fuck, all right.
Okay, so I get a wheat ales wheat, but Heffenweisen, is that technically a wheat base?
Yeah, it's wheat.
Didn't Heffen...
Yeah, pretty sure. That was the first beer I ever brewed was a Hefeweizen.
I love Heffenweisen.
And I fucking nailed it. Second beer, not so much.
I mean, this even kind of tastes like a Heffenweisen, but it's definitely got it's got a nice little mango taste to it. You know what this would be good with? Tahini.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I'm not a Tahini. Like, if I drink a margarita, I'm like, no salt, motherfucker, don't do it. But this with a little bit of Tahini on the rim, be fucking phenomenal.
Mexican candy beer.
That's what it tastes like. It's like Mexican candy beer. It reminds me of one of them, those, the mango suckers that you would get with the chili on them. Mm-hmm. Hell, I got like 10 of those sitting on my windowsill right now. I just forgot. My fucking son and me always go random, like, we'll go to like the Michoacan and get the just random candies, and he's like, I'm like, you want to try this one? No. I'm like, why'd we get it? And then I end up eating it later. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, I could do that. That's poolside.
That's definitely poolside, definitely out in the sun. This one, of course, because it's IPA.
I don't know if I would do 6 of these, though.
No. I would do 6 straight.
You know what I want to do? The next party we have, I want to make a beer salad where everybody just brings like a 12-pack of something random, and we just put them all in one tub or one cooler, you know? It's pretty cool. I've seen it on TikTok. People just bring in like whatever, like just bring a random 6-pack of something. Beer salad.
We've done that before.
I'm not talking like Bud Light and
no.
Like,
we've done that.
Crazy.
We've done it before where you bring your main drinker, and then everybody brings a random.
Yeah.
But too, like, so my brother-in-law's friend, he originally worked for Revolver, and then when Miller bought them, he bought they bought them, and like for my wedding, they had a bunch of cans of Revolver that just weren't filled all the way.
Oh yeah, that happens. They fuck up on the line.
Oh, dude, they gave us like 180 beers.
Nice.
And they're like, here, just take this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nice. And
we're opening them. I'm like, they're still just as good. They're just not full.
Right.
And they're like, they're just defects. So like, I mean, I used to be big into craft beer. Like RAR was where I started.
Yeah.
With Stormcloud back in the day. That was my go-to.
I don't remember Stormcloud.
Stormcloud was like a 9% IPA.
I don't remember that one.
It was real. That was like before they got big. Before everybody had a craft brew out in Fort Worth.
Did Raw and Sons sell out?
No, I think they're still original.
Okay.
I'd have to double check. I know they don't do what they used to do. So like they don't do the whole crazy pint glass thing and all that. And they don't also piss me off. They don't do the birthday glass anymore. I was like, motherfucker. But I think they're still. I don't think they sold. I mean, they could have. They've been around forever.
I know Revolver did for sure.
But the weird thing about them is the two brothers. So Prost, is German for cheers. Yeah. And then they put the y'all in there because of the Texas brother. Okay. So that's where the combination came from. Those two dudes came together and made that brewery, and that's where they came up with the same Prost y'all. Okay. So they're one of my favorite breweries. And then Martin House showed up next.
I love some Martin House.
And then, dude, I used to like a lot of the Martin House stuff, but they got way too involved in sours for me because I'm not a sour drinker.
They got weird shit.
And it's like they start putting flaming hot Cheetos and shit. I'm like, look, I'm already drinking the beer. I don't need to add junk food in. Yeah. But it's just, I really like the segment they did with the Toadies when they did the the Bachschleider,
yep.
stuff like that. Those were really good beers. But I feel like the thing is the one thing about that brewery is they cycle through so much stuff. You find one you really like, and it's only available for a limited amount of time.
That's why I enjoy going there, because they have way more on tap than they actually have canned up.
That's true, because it's always a new experience every time you go.
It's different shit.
I will admit that.
And you can get some to-go cans only at the brewery.
Because like RAR does like their special releases and stuff that they're never going to do again.
Right.
Like I've always been a fan of their winter warmer when they go with the bourbon barrel.
I fucking love that shit.
The best time was when they did
shit.
it with TX, but I'm also a TX drinker. That's my whiskey. But I remember sitting there and taking a sip of fucking winter warmers. And what's the percent on this? They're like 14. And I go, all right, here's the keys. Someone take this.
Not driving.
But no, everything ends up getting commercialized at some point or another, and they kind of lose the family aspect of it. And I mean, I get it. Go make your money. Hell, if I could fucking sell my company tomorrow and never work another day of my life, I'd do it.
Some that's some people's point of having a business.
Yeah, that's what your
sell.
goal is. You build it up to hopefully never have to freaking, work again.
I've worked with a couple of companies that do that. They just build up their portfolio. Once they get the offer, they're out.
It's a crazy thing. The business we worked for in Arizona, they didn't want anything out of our business. They didn't want us. They didn't want our vehicles. Nothing. I said, "What do you want?" They said, "Your phone number." That's it.
They just want the phone number.
Yeah, because they knew we ran most of this one little town in Arizona up north, and they were like, "Y'all are getting all the calls here, so let's take it." Mm-hmm. And we went from being AYS at your service garage door to this new company, and it was like that's what they wanted. They just wanted your number, so that way they started getting the phone calls.
Makes sense.
And I mean, you have to think it was a market, especially in Arizona when it was back then. I mean, now it's a booming place. But back then, you'd drive for 10, 15 minutes and not see a house.
Yeah.
It's not that way here.
No, fuck that.
So they were trying to cover every aspect and every ground they could. So they were like, "Oh, we got this little spot up north. We don't have anything up north. Buy it." And I mean, the guy that owned it and all that, they all sold. And it was ridiculous how fast.
Beer number 4.
What is this?
Burning through them. What time at? Yeah.
Are we going through fast?
We're going pretty fast.
Well, that's how we play shows, fast. We're like the Ricky Bobby of beer drinkers.
Yeah, we can cram 50-minute set into 30 minutes if we need to.
What is this? Cruz Blanca, Mexico Colin, hey? Lager Especial. This is probably more along my day drinker.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before. I've never seen this before. So
let's see the color on
I picked one up. They had 2 different ones. They had another one that was like, I want to say like sea salt and lime.
I don't like it when they add the stuff like that.
I can do it sometimes, but it's not. I have to be on a boat listening to 90s.
But
country
even
music.
then, I need like one.
All right, some Margaritaville, you know what I mean?
We're good.
Give me some Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, Buffett.
I need my...
You can't. Here's the thing. Let me be honest with you. And I'm not saying I'm the golden lyricist or anything.
Oh, his lyrics are amazing. What are you talking about?
No, they're cheeseburgers in paradise. How dare you?
I'm just messing with you.
But seriously, how are you going to be worth $1.5 billion?
Fucking
your catalog.
Parrot heads, dude.
They love it.
Have you ever been to one of his
Margaritavilles?
Parking lot parties?
Yeah, I've been.
Before the concert?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. We didn't even go to the concert. We just went to the parking lot.
No, that's how it is.
We didn't even have tickets to go. We were just wanting to party in the parking lot. Dude's making fucking crawfish and shit, like full tables of crawfish going on over here.
Oh, speaking
campers, like golf carts everywhere.
If you're down for a trek, the 1st, we're doing a crawfish boil.
1st of June?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be at my sister's house. Pool and everything.
Right
Kid
on.
friendly.
Right on.
And their backyard's insane. I mean, it's weird when you walk in it because you walk up to this house in North Richland Hill, and and you walk in the backyard and you go, "Where am I?" It feels like you stepped through a portal.
Nice.
But they got a bunch of crazy trees and shit growing out there. But no, I'm doing that. And I mean, every time I go through Albertsons and all that, everything there's crab on sale, I just crab it, freeze it. I think there's probably like There's like 45 pounds of crab in my freezer right now at home. I'm going, God damn it. So
I think I have a problem.
I'm just trying to get a head count to see how many bags of crawfish. I know I'm doing at least a sack and a half, but
Nice. Yeah, we tried to do it earlier in the season.
You couldn't. It was too expensive.
Fuck, dude. We couldn't find any.
well now
They weren't getting any.
now it's like I think it's like $3.50, $3.25 a pound. Early in the season, it was like $4.80 a pound. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah.
Like we're paying $200 a sack. What happened?
We went to a couple places that were doing it. Like one of the bars in town had a crawfish boil, like early in the season, and all of them were fucking tiny as fuck.
Well, too, sometimes I don't like because they sell deluxe, which is good. Some people prefer that, but I peel so fast. Like the one thing about deluxe, when they get bigger, the shells are thicker. They're harder to peel.
They are.
They're hard to peel.
Yeah. I thought they were overcooking them because you couldn't get the meat out. Like it was sticking to the sides.
If they're little and they're
Like, shit.
were they little?
Yeah, they were little.
That's why they are overcooking.
They probably were.
Because the soak process is what really does it. So you got to get that once you cook them for 5 minutes on that rolling boil, you got to get that pot down to like 150 and soak them. So I like typically soak my crawfish for like 25, 30 minutes to soak up all the juice. But I got this thing, it's called a boil boss, and it's just a ring you put around the pot.
Okay.
And what you do is you just turn on the water hose. You catch the water, turn it on, and you'd be surprised that water hitting the outside of that pot drops that temperature so fast, and those crawfish start sinking.
Yeah.
And you can soak them longer.
Okay.
So it puts a lot more flavor in there. But I mean, I make my crawfish hot. I don't.
You were saying like your vegetable list that you put in there. You were saying
All types of stuff.
You were
can put
naming some weird shit. I
You can
was
put
like,
anything in the
what?
boil, dude.
What?
So my boil.
We do it basic. So we'll do potatoes, mushrooms, corn. That's pretty much it.
So okay, that's
the basic boil.
That's the basic boil. But for the flavor composition, I do, and I'll emulsify all this. So you're gonna take celery, onion, garlic, and then depending on the crowd,
Yeah.
I do anywhere between 10 habaneros and 10 jalapenos, give or take, depending on it. So what you do is I put all this in my food processor, that celery, garlic, and the onion.
Right.
Put all that in my food processor with those peppers and beer, and you blend it all up. And I call it
salsa.
like
Basically
salsa.
salsa.
I call it mace. We call it mace because the reason we call it mace because once you dump it in the pot, and if that rolling boil is happening, you dump it in the pot.
Get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, if you're standing next to it, it's gonna burn your eyes out. But two, that stuff melts down in there because a lot of people I've seen them put whole celery in and whole garlic and whole peppers. And I'm like, you're not getting half the flavor.
Nah, it's not breaking down enough.
No, so that's why I emulsify it with beer. You cook that in there into the boil. And then vegetable wise, like of course potatoes. I'm always about potatoes. But I don't get the big ones, I get the little minis.
Yeah,
bite size.
I like the little ones.
Because
A whole
one bite
potato is not
done.
gonna do it.
And then Brussels sprouts, mushrooms.
See, that's what it was. Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts and mushrooms are the
wild.
same.
Yeah.
They're flavor bombed.
Just soak
you want
it
to get
in.
hot, you eat a Brussels sprout or a mushroom. But then I add either carrots or sweet potatoes because that sweetness. If you're eating and you're too spicy, grab a carrot, take a bite, it calms it down.
Okay.
I've been doing this for a minute, and
So you just find the balances.
you got to find them out. I cooked in kitchens for a long time. So this is kind of like Modelo, but way sweeter.
Sweeter and lighter.
Yeah, on the back end. What was the percentage on this?
Probably nothing.
Well, it doesn't list it, so it might be nothing.
It doesn't have it anywhere on there? It took me forever to find out what the brewery was, but it's whatever the top Cruz Blanco or whatever the hell that is.
It's from Granbury,
Must be a new place.
a place that doesn't have to list their alcohol. Oh, wait, hold on. It's real hard to see. 4.7.
All right, so
See that shit? You can't see that?
Yeah, check this out. We went camping last weekend with the girls, right? Took the kids out, and I bought a 24-pack of Budweiser Select 55, just because fucking why not?
Yeah.
Whatever.
High life.
I was drinking it. I'm like probably eight to nine in. And I was like, what the hell is with this beer? I look at it on the side. It says 2.4% alcohol by volume. I was like,
Well, this was pointless.
fucking might as well be drinking water, dude. What the fuck?
Grab a Mickey's.
I was like, all right, well, I'm done with these. I might as well just drink water. Fucking out here in the sun and shit. And then it fucking rained on us like from 6 to the time we left in the morning.
Where were you at?
We went to LBJ Grasslands.
What was that, last weekend?
Yeah, last.
Oh, it's just
Saturday.
poured, dude. It poured
It
all
was
weekend.
well. It didn't pour there. It drizzled.
Sunday it was pouring.
We were out in Decatur, so it was like it was just drizzle,
Yeah.
like just pissing on you all day. Fucking
Yeah, with
bullshit.
us, I mean, my backyard was flooded. I couldn't
We
get
were-
the dogs to go outside. I'm like, go to the bathroom. They're
Luckily,
like, that.
we set ourselves up on the top of the hill, so all the rain was going down that
Yeah,
way.
so you weren't
towards-
sinking in it.
yeah, we're
That's
all
like,
right.
dude. If you go tent camping, you got to have cots.
I know, man. I fucked up, man. I tried to use this futon mattress
No.
that I bought, like one of these Japanese futon mattresses. It's supposed to be really good for your back, right?
Not not if it's wet.
No, surprisingly, we didn't get anything inside the tent's wet. But that thing, it felt like I was just sleeping on straight ground.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
just-
was like, what the hell is this? The wife bought a new air mattress. I was making fun of her. I was like, yeah, air mattresses are stupid.
Well, they half the time air mattresses deflate halfway
Yeah.
through the night, even if they're brand new.
Yeah.
Like,
But hers lasted. I was like, damn it. Should have got a fucking air mattress.
well, plus two,
So mad.
so spoiled with home with the Tempur-Pedic and everything.
I know, right? Yeah.
I think about where I used to pass out when I was like a teenager. I'm like, how the fuck? If I did that now,
Yeah.
I would wake up, need to go to the hospital. Fuck.
Dude, I was like, man, I couldn't fall asleep because I knew when I woke up, everything was going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. You're like,
But luckily, like, nothing hurt the next day. I was like, all right, this worked out a little bit. But, like, fuck that fucking futon, man.
no, I've always, anytime I go camping like that, roughing it, I'm like, cots.
I have a cot, too, and I should have just threw that in the truck.
Just in case.
I could have laid it on top of it, whatever.
Well, now they got these cool fucking ones that they fold out, and it's like a queen size mattress.
Like the accordion ones.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
like fold out, and you can put a queen size mattress on top of them.
Some of them, they get pretty fucking pricey, though, man. Some of
Yeah,
it's
some of
like
them it's like
$300 to $500.
you're
I'm
like, I should
come
just
on, man.
buy a fucking camper at this point.
Yeah.
But
No, man. So I'm
No.
bringing the cot next time.
yeah, I've always anytime camping caught. Plus, I like being off the ground because I'm like, just in case.
No,
You know?
we kept it pretty dry in there and clean. Like, made sure like nobody was in and out. Shoes stayed outside because we got this big ass cabin tent thing. It's like a 9-person sleeper for the 4 of us or whatever. But it's like a giant fucking room and it has a porch, like a screened-in porch
Yeah.
thing. So I was like, all right, cool.
Man, I remember one time camping at Lake Murray, and it was pouring ass rain. I woke up, went into the woods to go to the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
came back, my fucking tent's out in the middle of the lake. I go, well, fuck.
Damn.
I just said, well, I'm up. Just started walking out, started fishing. I was like, I'm done with this.
It was the first time to take the girls camping. They had a good time. Even the older one, she hates it. She hates
kids-
everything.
But kids love camping, dude.
Yeah, they had a blast, dude. It was fucking fun.
Sometimes kids just need to get out in nature and go crazy.
That was our point. Like, we're going to take these phones away.
Yeah, just
no
put
screen
all
time.
these electronics down.
Fuck this TV shit. Like, let's just go be with the nature.
Go throw a rock at the water. Have a blast.
I tried to
Find a
keep-
way to entertain yourself.
I tried to teach them how to skip rocks, but all the rocks there were just like
You gotta
clumps.
find- yeah, you can't
There was
find
no
flat
flat
ones.
stones at all. It's just
You're
like,
like, I swear this used to work back in the day.
gravel and shit.
This was hours of entertainment.
Fuck. I got a couple of them to skip, but only once or twice. Not a great selection of rocks there.
I don't know, man. I haven't been camping like that in a minute.
It was fun, man. That's kind of the whole point. I got the truck to do more off-road, like adventure shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
Get out in the wilderness.
Especially because you got something tiny like that. You're not pulling through.
Yeah.
You know, you can fit through stuff. That's why all my buddies when hunting, they all have like old school, like 80s and 90s Toyotas.
Yeah.
Because they can just fucking. Plus, not only that, if something breaks when they're out there, they can fix it.
Yeah. No,
This new shit,
I
I'm
need
like,
to modernize. I need to modernize shit, but I like the size of it.
I'd love it if I could find like an 87 Toyota and just fucking redo it and just can go tear that shit up.
Fuck yeah,
Because
dude.
they run for fucking ever, man. They're tanks.
Yep.
It's like the same when fucking Dodge came out with the 24 valve Cummins. They did it for 1 year because they were fucking road testing these bitches, and most of the motors were doing 1,000,000 miles. And they're like,
Yeah.
wait a
Wait a
minute,
second.
hold on.
How are we going to sell more if they
They'll
never
never
die?
buy another truck. And you're like, God damn it, you bastards.
I feel like same thing, like, you know, with all electronics, phones, computers, and shit.
Oh, but everything-
I feel like there's a little timer inside that like blows the battery. Or
But
something.
and then it's our responsibility to drive a more fuel efficient car to be better for the environment. Yet these
know-
fuckers break every 3 years, and we're throwing them in the goddamn landfill. By the way, I'm gonna say something. It's gonna sound a little fucking stupid, but the same trucks that pick up my fucking recycling are the same ones that pick up my trash. And I don't think they're going to a separate place. Pretty sure they
Yeah.
just dump it all in the same goddamn
I don't
place.
know, man.
It's a jobs program.
We had to go dump a load at the landfill in the truck last year. And I was like, this is the craziest fucking place, dude. Like,
Dumpster
I haven't
nuts,
been there
bro.
in forever. Like, they've changed this shit. Like, you just back up to a pile of shit, and then they just push it off with a bulldozer. They don't know what's in that shit. They
You
don't
fucking
care.
have a bomb
Nor do
in
they
it.
care.
Like,
They don't give a fuck.
there's
They're
a
like,
live grenade here.
like, they don't care. I'm gonna push it over here in this hill. Push this shit over here.
No, there's no. That's what I always.
Fucking what the
But
hell?
I always have asked, like, okay, do we know anybody that works in a recycling plant? And if they do, please call us.
I had a friend that did that shit. He worked up down the street, Pratt Recycling, and they would just filter out shit. Like, they'd have a giant conveyor. They pull the plastic over here, box over there, anything metal they throw that way. Like, any trash, I was like, it seemed pretty fucking tedious when he was telling me that shit. I was like, dude, I don't know if I can handle that shit all day. Like, fuck that.
But now,
Like, how fast is this conveyor belt going?
But now I look at my fucking goddamn recycling bin, and it's like, pizza boxes are recyclable. Wait, unless there was a pizza in them, and I'm like, wait a
Unless there's
minute.
any piece of cheese left in it.
If
Nah.
there's any oil on the box, it's done. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I have a pizza box without pizza in it?
Let's get the next beer rolling.
Oh, let's see. What do we got?
Need to see. Yeah, that's working.
Oh, Sierra Nevada Summerfest.
Oh yeah, that just
Do you remember when
Came
they
out.
would do their brewers? Every summer they would do a brewer.
I think they still do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because they made one year that was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's like, God damn it, this is the only year this is coming out. It was like a peach mango IPA.
Yeah, they do some random shit.
What was it
Every now and
called? Wow, man, I can't remember. They would do it. They do it every like summer. It was their a beer camp. Beer camp. That's what it was called.
Is that
beer
what it's
camp.
called?
Yep.
Okay.
They take random people from their. They take random people from their brewery. So they take their brewmasters and stuff, but then they would take also like random employees from sales and all that stuff, and they would come up with a different beer. And it was beer camp. Holy fuck, there was 1 year, 2016, probably one of the best beer camps we've ever had. And it's like, you're never going to see this again. I'm like, don't get too attached.
I fucking hate when that happens.
Oh, I literally bought a pallet of it. I was like, I looked in my garage, I'm like,
Nice.
yes, my precious.
Yes.
And the next thing I'm like, I got one case left. What happened?
it's going
What
away.
the fuck happened?
It's dwindling away.
Then I realized, like, I drink too much. Oh, no. Like,
Have you been into the actual part of the garage? Like, have you
yeah,
seen
where all your brew stuff set up?
up in the rafters?
Oh, not up
Like,
in the rafters.
okay,
They
so
climb
we-
in your attic.
No. Like, if you just look up in the ceiling,
Oh,
like
yeah,
there's no
yeah.
ceiling top.
I was probably pretty hammered when I did
We
though.
so when we moved here 10 years ago, like we just started buying craft beer like crazy, and then I would cut out the side of the box and staple it to the top.
Yeah.
And like half of those breweries and brews are no longer even available.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's fucking cool to have the little bit of art that they did have. So I bet I have some of that like weird old like one-time shit, limited releases.
But that was the problem is it was a yearly thing. So beer camp would do every year beer camp. And they would come up with a different one. And I would just like I'd be like, this is great. And you're like pissed off. 'Cause you're
Can't
like,
get it again. Dude, we went to Shreveport, Louisiana, to the Great Raft Brewing Company.
Yeah.
That place is fucking awesome. But they had this one beer that they made by accident, and they don't know how to make it again. I was like, what the hell? Why is this the best one on your fucking thing right now? Like, I bought 2 bottles of it. And
We don't know how we made this, but it's amazing.
I bought 2 bottles of it, brought them home, like tried to save one as long as I could, but it was starting to turn bad. So I was like, I'll go ahead and drink it.
Well, because that's the thing. Like, what form of storage does beer last the longest in?
So, I don't know. I think cold. Probably cold.
Well, I know cold, but like can, bottle.
I would say can.
Probably can. I would think can because it's sealed.
Bottle would get sun, if any sunlight.
Well, yeah, because
or
of glass.
anything.
You'd have to keep it in a dark room, just like shrooms back in the day.
Yeah.
Keep it in a paper bag,
I don't know,
man. Like, I don't
don't
know
like-
why I'm taking scientific advice from this hippie.
I don't like old stuff though. Like, I don't know. I finally I got to try the Pliny the Elder. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's
Yeah.
a very coveted thing or whatever. But it was a fucking 3-year-old can, so I don't know if it was
how it's
good or
supposed
not.
to taste?
Like,
But then
a bottle, a 3-year-old bottle.
But then you think about stuff like wine.
wine. Yeah, you age that on
But
purpose.
but here's
Whiskey too. You
but here's
age
the thing.
that on purpose.
Wine once it hits the bottle, it's just like whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
The aging process is over, correct?
The fermentation's over
But
for the most
you
part.
keeping a bottle of wine that was bottled in 2013 doesn't necessarily, it's not going to get better with time, because what makes it good is it being in the barrel, right?
Does it like hold its time, like freeze it in time?
Well, I know it holds. That's a weird thing, because like wine doesn't go bad.
No.
It doesn't. Like you can, I mean, unless it gets to an excessive heat.
Or oxidated or something like that.
Yeah, or something, you know.
I don't
But
know, that's weird.
that's why wine cellars you're supposed to keep in the dark.
Yeah,
But like,
but you want to keep it at like a comfortable
yeah.
temperature.
But once you once you pull whiskey or bourbon from a barrel,
Mm-hmm.
it's no longer. It's not like it's getting better sitting in that bottle.
No.
Where it gets better is from sitting in that barrel.
Yeah.
So I always laugh at that when people are like, "This is a 400-year Scotch." I'm like, "No, it's a 13-year Scotch that sat in a barrel for 13 years and is 400 years old now. So probably going to taste like ass because the elements have gotten to it."
Yeah, dude. You don't know where that thing's been.
Yeah, and that's
to.
I laugh at that type of stuff because there's a bunch of people that believe they're like, "Oh yeah, this was a." I'm like, no. Once it hit the bottle, the whole the flavor composition has not changed very much.
I'll have to ask about that.
Because I went on the TX tour to check out the distillery. Mm-hmm. Really friggin' interesting.
Yeah.
Basically, every liquor you drink, especially whiskey, is made from moonshine.
It's like, yeah, it's distilled, right? So it's
With white lightning. It's
Yeah.
all from white lightning. Grain, whether it be grain, corn, whatever it may be.
right.
But they're a
It
heavy.
starts out like that, yeah, and then they add the whatever.
It's cool to watch like something that went from such a small spot, especially Fort Worth, represent.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing is to watch TX went from this little still that would fit in this room to a freaking 5-story freaking still.
Yeah.
And like 6 bats, fermenting bats, and it's like, how'd you get here? And how'd you go from owning a shack off of Henderson in Fort Worth to owning a golf course that now is a distillery?
Money, dude. Money talks.
And then, but
If
it
you
was
have a good
2
product,
dudes that got
people will buy
together, came up with something good. It's like, but it's always think about the next best thing. Like I used to think, like back in the day, I was like, I hated sitting on cold toilet seats. And I was like, heated toilet seats. I should do this.
Everywhere.
Well, that has been in my brain for years. And all of a sudden, heated toilet seat. I'm like, God damn it. Like, that's the next best thing.
Yeah.
Like Crocs. Crocs was invented as a joke?
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
The movie Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
The designer bought them all.
What are the dumbest shoes anyone would ever fucking wear?
Well, we're living in...
No one would ever buy those. And then sure enough, holy fuck, we're making so much money, it's retarded.
We're living in some dumb times right now.
Oh, trust me, Idiocracy is existing. I feel like 80% of the population just doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, it's special. Now, what were you saying right before you said Crocs? You threw me off when you said Crocs. Distilleries. Man.
Talking about what's the next big thing? Heated toilet seat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so back in the day, me and the wife were talking. This is like 2005 or 6 or something. We created Uber Eats. We're like, what if you were just like could order from anywhere and they just bring it to you? Instead of like, what? We had pizza delivery and Chinese delivery. That was it back in the day, right?
Well, here, yeah.
Now it's like you can fucking order from 7-Eleven or whatever. Like, get cigarettes and beer delivered to you.
Drizzly.
Like, that's insane. Yeah.
It's to think about so now like Google has it where you can just literally scan a picture and it gives you suggestions.
Fucking crazy.
I thought about that years ago. I said, what if you could just take a picture of something? And I called it What the Photo. So WTF, but photo was spelled with an F instead of PH. And I was like, but the problem is, here's the thing. I can think of ideas and spit shit out all day long.
I don't know how to program shit.
I have no idea how to fucking program. I don't know how that works. I can solder shit. Like if you have an electrical short one of your boards, I could probably solder something back together
right.
For power. But when I look at the actual electric, like the composition of the stuff in there, I'm going, I don't know what half this shit does.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is.
I
tried to build my own guitar pedal one time, and it had like 900 pieces in there, right? I thought I did it perfect. That motherfucker did not work at all. I was like,
and then you're like, I don't know why or where I went wrong.
Like I messed up one little piece or something? Like,
and which piece?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe I should have started with something easier. Like, this thing was stupid.
It's like if you were to build like the goddamn Lego fucking Millennium Falcon and you fucking missed one brick and you're like,
thing. And if you don't do it right in a certain order, shit doesn't work.
Follow the directions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big person against directions until I need them. And it's usually like after I put it together, I have to take it all apart and then put it together correctly.
Well, that explains why your guitar riffs are the way they are. This is one of the biggest things that ever bugged me. Especially being a musician. Like, I can't play very well, but I can hold a tune and do stuff with a guitar. Mm-hmm. But I have these buddies that are all musical theory, this and that. Well, your pinky should be here, and you're this. I'm like, but I'm still making the same sound. And it pisses them off. And I'm like, and then this is what I always tell them. I go, think about this, man. Says, you want to keep talking about this theory. Jimi Hendrix picked up a right-handed style guitar.
Dude, for real.
And played it upside down. Mm-hmm. And wrote some of the greatest riffs you've ever heard.
Yeah.
And you know why? He wasn't limiting himself to a textbook that said this is how it has to be done.
No.
And people can't see past that. And that's why, honestly, that's why I think we need more critical thinking in school.
Oh, yeah.
Problem solving is not a thing anymore.
No, standardized testing is just like, just turning them out.
No.
As assembly line people,
I had to explain to a grown man the other day that he had a spare tire in his truck and how to get it down. And he didn't need to call a tow truck.
That's the only thing I can do on a car. I can jump your battery. I can change your tire.
It's like, and I get that. That's why mechanics have jobs. His biggest thing too. I understand.
Well, with the computers they put in these fucking things now.
Oh, this new stuff.
I don't know how to
fuck!
fucking
Don't
even
even get me started. I don't even know where to begin.
Like,
no. I look at that stuff. I go, there's an engine in here somewhere, under all this shit.
Yeah.
But like, my biggest thing is like, I feel like we've gone too far into the books and not enough focus on basic knowledge.
Oh yeah, that's lost.
Oh, it's lost.
They leave it up to them to figure that part out.
Oh, and
then they're just chasing trends and doing stupid shit.
No, that's what it is. It's no one is actually taking any interest in anything outside of what's the norm.
They're relying on the loudest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And that guy's fucking stupid.
That guy's dumb. That guy's dumb as hell.
90% of the time, yeah.
It's like
in classrooms. It's like, okay.
It's the same as back to the mechanic talk. There's nothing funnier than going to a mechanic and then being like, you don't know what this is. I'm like, hey, if I knew what that was, you wouldn't have a fucking job, okay? Like,
I wouldn't need you, dude.
you have to be thankful that there are people that are ignorant about shit, okay? Because those ignorant people about this subject matter, I said, they're the reason you have a job.
I don't even know how to fill up blinker fluid, man. What
No,
the fuck?
like, you
Come
know,
on, dude. Like,
blinker fluid. I watched a girl at Costco one day that didn't know how to hang up the gas pump when she was done with it. And I was like, someone take the keys
shit.
because she's about to get behind a vehicle.
and that's what scares me about parenting. It's like, I hope I don't fuck this up. Like,
Bro,
I hope,
it's- you have
my
to-
kids know how to use a fucking gas pump.
But even then, sometimes it's like, I've taught my kids stuff. It's, dude, they got to be paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, my son's in his own little world, which is great because he's a great thinker and he's like got these huge imagination. But when it comes to following steps, I'm like, bro, what do we do first? I'm like, God damn it. And I find myself getting frustrated, especially
like
with
that, yeah.
with my son. And I don't know if that's a dad-son thing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, my daughters, I'm like, whatever. Like, someone will take care of you. I don't know who. But like, I'm
Hopefully.
I'm like, Zane, you are your only hope here. Like,
Come on, man. You got to figure this
you
out.
have to figure this out. No one's coming to save you. Like,
Save yourself.
like, do it. The other day, he was like, woke up for school. I'm like, hey, okay, get ready for school. I walk back to the make breakfast. I'm like, where the fuck is this kid? Come back in there. He's on his bed sitting. I said, what are you doing? He goes, huh? I go, we got to get ready for school. He says, oh, I forgot. I go, how? That was 5 minutes ago.
That's funny. Let's get this last beer rolling.
All right. There's no moss.
I saved a good one for last. It's good. I've had this one before. This is hold on. Shiner's Tex Hex India Pale Ale Brewing with cactus water. Juicy IPA with cactus water.
Shiner made this?
Yeah, dude.
Man, look at it. They even went away from the whole, you know, ram on the can and everything.
Oh, this is just they'll probably get rid of this pretty quick.
Have you ever had their comes out at Christmas, their holiday cheer?
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of them. I can do like one or two.
Yeah. That one's good. One of my favorites actually was their prickly pear.
Yeah, you can't get that one by itself though.
Yeah, not anymore. You used to be able to.
You have to get it in a limited pack.
That was like Shiner Black. My ex father-in-law used to whenever because he lived up in Jersey, and they'd have I forget what they call the military place they can go for groceries and stuff, but they'd have pallets of it.
Oh yeah.
You buy a fucking pallet Shiner Black because it was like $5 a case. He was like, no
Shit.
big deal. I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
hey, next time it happens, mail me some, damn it, I'll pay shipping and handling.
Right. What do we think of this one?
Oh, this is nice. But it's like a 5.5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly 5.5.
So it's not too heavy. So it's a day sipper.
Yeah, I kept it light for you. I didn't go too crazy.
Yeah, well, you know, I got to drive
drinking-
all the way back to Fort Worth. So
That too. We're not drinking tar out here. Yeah, I could have got some 14 percenters.
Oh, Jesus.
But also, I'm like, I have to drink these too, and I want to go to bed.
some of that stuff from the Bearded Monk.
Oh, dude, they get some wild shit in there, man.
They get some heavies. I'm like, all right, you want to try this? I'm like, no.
That was what we played, right? We played the Stout and Shout show, and that was
Was that the first one?
no, the one that was cold as fuck. We played the hottest fuck one, and we played the coldest fuck one.
Was that the Stout and Shout?
I think that was Stout and Shout, and usually it's
that
not
was
that
Stout
fucking.
and Shout.
It's usually not that cold.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
that's the night that they had all the great stouts out there.
but even then, after all that running around, so I always tell her, like, hey, I move around a lot, I'll be fine.
No, I was in my element, man. I love fucking cold. I'll do cold over hot every
Every
day.
day, dude. I fucking
Fuck.
can't stand hot weather. It's just,
Even our last show there, it was like it wasn't even that hot, but it was like uncomfortable. Like I was like, I can't move as much as I'd like to.
that's why I was like, I'm fucking up on this table. Shut it off. Let's. Like, I'm not.
That was a good show though. It's fun.
Oh, that was probably one of my favorite of our shows. It's just a good let loose. It's like, tell people, I'm like, 30 minutes of energy. If you want to see it, come on.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
we're bringing that heat.
Especially nowadays, and there's nothing against all these other bands. I don't have a problem with them. They're all doing their own thing, but
Yeah.
oh man, I feel like rap is more rock and roll than rock and roll is nowadays.
Yeah.
'Cause rock
country's more rock and roll.
No,
than...
rock used to be a party, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you think about like Van Halen and all those dudes back in the day. I mean, first of all, they had a video where they had underage girls in the hotel room getting arrested. I'm like, that's too far one direction.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
people wouldn't cross that line nowadays for the fear of getting canceled.
I mean, not to say that we're new metal, but we have that kind of piece to us. I think rock hasn't been as hard since the new metal days. If
No,
that
it's
makes any
gotten
sense.
kind of ballady.
It's that, or it's like they don't even use distortion pedal or any kind of drive.
No, there's few
Like Imagine
bands.
Dragons and shit like that. Like,
You know, and
okay.
that's the thing. It's like you got those people that kind of crossed over from pop to rock or folk rock, like Mumford and Sons.
Yeah.
You know, and Mumford and Sons, they're great. They're an amazing band to go see live.
Right.
But
right.
it's the thing is, it's like every song is going to be kind of the same. You know, and you know that they all kind of tell their own little story. But it's like sometimes you just need less crazy, you know, needing a thesaurus to hear what this guy's talking about lyrics. You just kind of need someone to scream in your face for 20 minutes and also, but be coherent.
Yeah,
because
that's what I was getting at. Like all the new rock, it's either straight screaming the whole time, or it's soft as fuck. There's nothing in the middle. There's very little in the middle. Like
yeah,
Chevelle
there's no
and
in
stuff
between. Like Chevelle, that's the crazy thing about Chevelle. Chevelle, here's the weird thing. No one realizes. Chevelle is nobody's favorite band. But here's what I mean.
Number one favorite band.
Here's what I mean by that. And it's not the case. There's some people out there that they love Chevelle.
Die hard.
But what I
fucking
mean
Chevelle.
by that is that they're nobody's number one, although they should be, because here's the thing. People go to concerts and they go, wait, I know this song. Wait, I know this song. Wait, I know this song.
Yeah.
And then you realize that
Oh shit.
their past freaking 5 albums is hit after hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
And not to mention, that's one of the tightest 3 pieces I've ever seen. Now that they're a 4-piece, but they needed that little extra for, especially for Nosferatu's, to get that extra little blend and everything. But they literally, you'll go to their show and it's like, the crazy thing about seeing Chevelle has always been this to me. They deserve to be the headliner. And the reason I feel that way is because they sound exactly the same way on stage as they do in studio.
Yeah, and they add a lot in their studio stuff.
Yeah.
He tracks. They track with Joe Barresi, who does the Tool albums too, and they will stack guitars, like 12 fucking tracks of guitars, and he does all that, or it makes it sound just as good with one guitar on stage.
Yeah, and Sam's he's good.
Fucking crazy.
Well, too, they're brothers. Him and Pete are brothers. But Sam's the
Drummer.
Pete's the singer, correct? So, but they're just so tight knit.
Yeah, they've been doing it
So
since
they're
they were
all studio.
12 years old.
They're studio quality musicians.
Have you seen that video? It's like them when they were like 15 playing.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm like, what? Rock My Ass or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and you sit there and you go,
Like-
what the fuck?
It's the same kids.
Yeah.
Just killing it with like as kids. with
But
kids'
dude,
instruments.
my craziest thing about his vocals is it's like, I don't know, you don't lose your voice, dog.
Yeah.
And I mean, I lost my voice a couple times. I had to get back in the swing of things, and I finally, found that balance. But
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't scream all in your head with your head.
no,
have
you
to
got
use
you got to find the right
diaphragm.
positioning and everything. But it's not even the screams. Isn't really what made me lose my voice. What made me lose my voice was highs.
the highs.
Trying to push highs.
Mine,
Because
I would always overcompensate with the screams, and then that would rip my shit up.
Let's see, screams don't tear. Whenever my voice is
doing it wrong,
gone,
though.
I can scream all day. If I've lost my voice, I can scream it and hurt nothing.
Oh yeah, being sick Oh, you scream the best when you're sick.
Oh, but it's like,
You got all that phlegm back there.
but hitting those high notes, it's like, and pushing through your mask. It's because the airflow from up, up in your mask down into your throat.
Uh-huh.
Everything else is diaphragm.
Yeah.
So like all your regular singing notes, you're down here.
Right.
That's not strained, but your vocal cords are getting so thrashed when you're just pushing up high. Like this same when I talked to Cedric from fucking Mars Volta.
Yeah.
How can you talk? Because half the time he's singing, and you're like, what the f- is even going on here?
I love Mars Volta.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like that weird 80s metal mixing into like acid rock.
Dude, you know who we were listening to the other day? Greta Van Fleet, right? That dude,
He can wail.
he would not make sense in any other band.
No, but it also pisses me off that he keeps saying that he's not influenced by Led Zeppelin.
Whatever. Well, there definitely are.
No,
There's
you are
no-
Led Zeppelin.
there's
You're
no doubt
Led
about it.
Zeppelin. You're
There's no doubt about that. But like, his voice would not work with anything else.
No, it just wouldn't.
But it's perfect for that.
Yeah, it's a
And it's
perfect
a
style.
lot like Led Zeppelin. Like Robert Plant doesn't really work doing anything else.
No, and it's
Say like what? There's a couple bands like that, like Smashing Pumpkins.
oh
I got so much hate the other day. The other day being like 3 years ago, when I was talking shit about Smashing Pumpkins. I was like, Billy Corgan would not make it on American Idol today.
he wouldn't.
Like he sucks at singing, but
His
band,
It's
and
that
his sound
style that
makes
fits
it
it.
fucking work. And
Because
he's amazing.
he's very whiny.
I wasn't hating on him. I was just
No,
saying,
it's just,
like,
look,
hey,
he found his niche. Good for him.
yeah, it's good. It works with that. There's a couple other people that are like that too. I can't remember.
Coheed.
That's
Well,
well, his solo shit's pretty
his
badass too.
solo shit is pretty good.
He can kind of do.
I mean, what's Cirque
I don't think he screams though.
from System of a Down?
Surge, yeah.
Surge, he's
His first solo album was really good. I haven't listened to the other ones.
no him on the piano. Just him on the piano is golden.
You know, he was. I heard the other day he was like well into his 40s when they first did their first album or
Yeah,
something.
it's wild.
I was like, what?
It's that rarity.
I was like, holy shit, dude.
Like I said, it's that rarity. I mean, I'm 35.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect to make it big. I just want to play some music.
Yeah, we just want to have a good time.
That's what we need to.
Unless one of us hits the lottery, we can't tour really.
No, we hit the lottery. We're just all going on vacation. What are you talking about? Hey, Chris, we're going there.
No, that's what we're doing. We're touring.
We're playing in
That's vacation.
We're playing in Mexico. How'd you get that? I don't know. This guy named Pesa Pluma. Apparently, the mob, the Mexican cartel doesn't like
God.
him. I don't know. But hey, the show. We're playing the show.
We're playing a show. Where are you playing? Some little donkey show bar? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's us and the donkey show. Like, what?
None of these people speak English, but we're here.
They're not paying us. It doesn't matter. They just said we could play.
Oh shit!
You finished it?
I did.
Oh shit! All right.
You gotta remember, I drink fast.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out.
Oh yeah,
I know
definitely.
We were supposed to have practice tonight, but nobody wanted to come,
Yeah, you know.
so we'll just do our own thing.
Fuck it. Eventually, you and me got to sit there and just start writing.
I know. I want to do that. I want to get some. I want to work on our acoustic show.
Yeah, definitely.
If we can do that, and
Hell, even if we did a couple acoustic covers, simple, nothing crazy.
you want to play Simple Man?
Not simple, man.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't want to play
It's
simple.
overdone.
Everybody do that. I'd like to do an acoustic version of "Coming Undone" by Korn.
That'd be cool. Yeah, dude. I got Sirius XM now in the new truck, and all they play is Korn all the time.
Well, on what station?
Octane,
Oh, but half the time
Turbo.
I've heard half the time Octane plays stuff. I'm like, this isn't Octane worthy.
Yeah.
I mean, Korn is, but
It's either Korn or Godsmack. That's all I'm hearing on there. And the same Limp Bizkit song, My Way. I'm like, guys, they have a million other
oh,
songs.
they have a bunch of other songs.
Play other songs than My Way.
Don't do Fred that way.
Check it out.
No,
Come on, man.
rolling.
Speaking of rolling, let's roll the fuck out of here.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for doing this.
Fuck yeah, man.
Fun stuff.
We'll have to have another edition. We'll have
Yes,
to see
sir.
if we can get Kevin to talk. Hear that, Kevin? I'm calling you out.
Come on, Kevin. You can do it.
Kevin?
All right. We'll see y'all next time.
All right. Have a good one.